I just fought a hurricane. What, you don't believe me? Well, let's go and take a look at the evidence. Wow, hurricane damage. I know Georgia weather is more bipolar than its people, but trust me when I say Helene did stop by where I reside in Athens and is the reason why I'm even able to make this video, as it caused all my classes and extracurriculars to be cancelled until Monday. By the time you're watching this video, Hurricane Helene will have just left Tennessee and is on its way to promptly travel through Kentucky. As a native Georgian, I understand not everyone can be as suave as myself and have a basic understanding of disaster protocols that come with being neighbors to Florida, so I thought it'd be nice to help our neighboring states who are about to be victims of Helene and share the secret to surviving this and any natural disaster using the correct warning signs that we in the South refer to as the Waffle House Index. For those of you who aren't familiar with this southern cuisine, allow me to give you the lore of this sanctuary. Located in 25 states, Waffle House is a hotspot for some decent grub at a reasonable price, as well as a late-night boxing ring that occasionally serves crack after 3 a.m. It's also probably the only chained restaurant that divides the United States diagonally in terms of location, but with Georgia being both the birthplace and home to the most Waffle Houses in the world, it also means our state is home to the most safe houses for refugees in the time of crisis. Now that the people watching from up north understand what a Waffle House is, let's dive into why it's been declared a sanctuary and used as a form of measurement for natural disasters. The Waffle House Index was developed by Craig Fugate, former FEMA administrator and diehard Harry Potter fan, after witnessing the aftermath of the 2011 Joplin tornado, which was recorded as the most dangerous tornado in US history. Craig noticed that 2 Waffle Houses remained open, as if the rest of Missouri wasn't blown away to Kansas. After this discovery, he coined a formal grading scale based on the operations of these Waffle Houses as an informal way to judge the level of disaster responses needed by FEMA when they entered the area that's been f***ed by Mother Nature. Now, technically, the Waffle House Index was meant to be used to calculate the levels of disaster after it happens. But remember, I wasn't hurt by a hurricane, as evident by this video. I have lived in this prosperous state for over 20 years, which has been a part of 6 major hurricanes since, not including all of the minor shit that comes from being neighbors with Florida. Other than our resilience and abilities to adapt, I can't think of a single reason as to how we're still standing other than our excessive number of Waffle Houses. So now the only question is, why Waffle House? Well, according to FEMA, it's because of their good disaster preparedness, tendency to stay open during extreme weather, and quick reopening if situation did become dire. I used to think it was simply because they didn't give a fuck. But turns out they do have a surprising amount of protocols in place in order to keep the restaurant going in times of crisis, including a reserved menu in case of food shortage, and even a backup generator if they were to lose power. Because of this, it's just been deemed a safe house, and to quote Craig Fugate, if you get there and the Waffle House is closed, that's really bad. There are 3 tiers to determine the impending level of doom according to the Waffle House Index. Green means the restaurant is open, has full power and menu, with damage being minimal to non-existent. Yellow means while the restaurant is still open, they've got a limited menu with potential power loss or are now on their generator. Finally, red means the restaurant is... Red means the restaurant is completely destroyed and closed indefinitely. If Waffle House is red, you know some shit went down. Either severe flooding, a volcanic eruption, or worst of all, something so severe happened that it caused a Waffle House to close. I mean, damn, those 100% Angus steak burgers must be worth it. And luckily, the Waffle House Index very rarely reaches red. All 3 of the Waffle Houses within a mile of where I lived still had power and even Wi-Fi for me to finish typing the script for this video. But in the past, there have been Waffle Houses that have reached the red, and no longer exist, such as Biloxi, Mississippi, that has been reduced to a couple of chairs and a sign. As I was revising the script, I learned Hurricane Helene was only the first of 2 hurricanes that's supposed to happen. Apparently, there's going to be a second one that follows the exact same path as Helene in the coming week, and if that's truly the case, at least we'll know what warning signs to follow. In all seriousness, I wish everyone the utmost safety as we go through this tropical disaster, and hope everyone who's been impacted seeks shelter from the storm. And if you ever need help knowing where to go in times of crisis, then you're in luck. This video's for you.